Hi everyone and welcome back. We're just about to head into episode 6 of Supernatural. I thought the previous episode, Bloody Mary, episode 5 was the best one. Before we get into it, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And if you want early releases or full reactions, then please follow the Patreon, which will have a link in the description box below. Was that Dean?
Drop it. Hold it right there.
It is Dean.
Now. Nice and easy. Do it.
All right. Figure we hit Doppleganger by lunch.
So I wonder what took his form. Because that's obviously not going to be Dean.
Sam, where's... What exactly do you tell him?
How long has he been gone for?
Where you been? What you been doing?
I tell him I'm on a road trip with my big brother. I tell him I need supposed to do just cut everybody out of my life. You're serious?
Look, it's
Shows you how alone Dean is as a person.
She hot?
What?
Her brother Zach. She says Zach's been charged with murder.
Well, maybe
You don't know someone really, do you?
They're in St. Louis.
You never know them. Until you've... so you've been in their skin.
this does not
There we
sound
go.
like that kind of problem.
Dean, older brother.
Hi.
Hi. We're here to help. Whatever we can do.
Coming? So they're on their way home now for the trial.
I wonder if whatever
Did you guys want a beer?
took his skin
No thanks.
just randomly picks people, or is there a reason? Specific reason?
Well,
You know, maybe we could see the crime scene. Zach's house. We could.
How are you going to do that?
why? What could you do? Okay.
I like what the actress is doing here. She's reacting off what they're saying. If you just follow her eyes, you can pinpoint that she's watching for a reaction from them. She did a good job.
You're a real straight shooter. You're an officer of the law.
That's a lot of blood.
Tell us what else the police said.
Well, there's no sign of a break-in. They say that Emily let her attacker in. About a week before, somebody broke in here. They stole some clothes. Zach's clothes.
So it was a plan.
Police, they don't think it's anything.
So that dog can sense whatever it is. It's giving them a warning.
But we should look at the security tape, you know, just to make sure.
Yeah, just to make sure. He's attracted to her.
So the tape, the security footage.
Oh, okay. So it's still, whatever it is, still has his skin. Well, he knows she's alone. Ah, so that's how you're going to be able to tell the eyes. See, I knew it. Sounds really observant. Is there blood on the wall behind him?
Lindsay? Lindsay?
Yeah.
Lindsay?
Is it just for the pleasure? I guess it is. Has an issue with women, it seems. Oh, imagine that.
Right. So there should be a trail to follow. A trail the police would never pursue.
Shouldn't they have known this, though, the police, to check the back door? I mean, how would the police shouldn't be able to miss something like that.
I used to see him going to work in the morning. He'd wave, say hello. He seemed like such a nice guy.
Remember when I said this wasn't our kind of problem? Yeah, it's definitely our kind of problem.
Oh yeah.
I just talked to the patrolman who was first on the scene.
Shapeshifter.
Something that can make itself look like anyone. Every culture
I was
in the world
thinking
has a
that.
shapeshifter lore.
Someone ran out of the back of this building, headed off this way.
It's like your friend's house.
Instead of looking
And
up,
just like
should they be
Zach's house,
looking
The
down?
trail suddenly ends.
To that skin.
This is probably the hesitate. That is.
This is Sam.
Where are you?
Where near Zach's? We're just checking some things out.
Well, look, Sam, just stop because I really don't need your help anymore.
What are you talking about? In fact, I'm sorry, but
No, goodbye, Sam.
She has a right to be angry, But why did she pick up on the fact that you shouldn't be going to a crime scene anyway?
You lie to your friends because if they knew the real you, they'd be freaked.
But it's hard to tell someone, oh, by the way, I changed the supernatural and killed them.
Like you.
So its lair must be probably right in the centre of the sewer system.
Think we're close to its lair?
Uh,
Why do you say that? This is another puke-inducing vial next to your face? Oh, God.
just appears out of nowhere. Run! Just running around with the gun out. He's not covert, is he, Dean? Yep. So you'll be able to tell what a skinwalker is from lights.
Here you go.
So he knows already. See, he's so smart, Sam.
You're not sure. Don't you know me? You don't.
See, he should have pulled the trigger. Oh wait, he can take on their memories? That's interesting.
See, deep down, I'm just jealous.
Well, yeah.
Friends, you could have a life.
I like this. This bringing up the issue is something that we've seen happen progressively through the episodes.
Perks.
I wonder where the other Dean is. Did the shapeshifter knock him out?
It better be you, Sam, and not that freak in nature.
Oh, so he captured it.
Yeah, hey, we're you, Becca's looking like you. Yeah, maybe we're crazy.
Maybe.
Huh? I mean, look, you said it yourself. That Zach was in two places at once.
Genetic freak.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Wrong choice of words.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So I wonder what its true form looks like.
Or he was becoming you. Close to no one. All he wants is for someone to love him.
So then why would you kill people? Really sexually aggressive, this skinwalker.
Shut up!
Yeah, I'm sure it wants to get caught. How can they miss him? Come on. Oh, nice. So what does it look like? I don't know how they're going to get out of this. Yeah, he loves that car. I'm surprised he let Sam drive it.
Sorry, Sam. You know me. I just can't wait.
It is real.
Told you, it's very cocky. Its demeanor is completely different from the person it takes over.
Silver bullet to the heart.
You are crazy.
I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, Sam's really resourceful. This is actually a really good fight scene.
Sam.
So are they just going to find him dead and make the assumption that he's gone? Does that mean Dean is dead?
Did Jessica know?
No.
No, she didn't.
Must be lonely.
See, this is one of the first times they've really made it bright. This last scene, and I wonder if that's to show a glimmer of hope.
You know, truth is, even at Stanford, deep down, I never really fit in.
Well, that's because you're a freak.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I'm a freak too.
That was the end of episode 6 of Supernatural. This was more of a Dean-centric episode. And something that I noticed quite early on, I think you notice it by now in these episodes, Dean is a lone wolf. You can tell he hides behind that male bravado, that he's actually probably pretty frightened. He's been doing this since he was young. Everyone has seemed to have left him. His brother went off to college, his dad just disappeared, and he's had to hunt these things by himself. He never settles down, he's not committed to anyone. He relies on his looks to get by. He's a terrible liar. And this was just a good episode to really highlight how alone Dean is, that he really needs to resolve these issues with Sam. We can see them building up. So I imagine throughout this season especially, they really will be built up until a crescendo, and then it's just going to explode until everything comes out. Because we've seen bits come out, but only small fragments. The Skinwalker was a nice introduction to the Supernatural. I like that every episode has been different, which it can be at this point because it's the first season. So we are going to see a lot of supernatural beings. But Skinwalker was pretty good. Curious though, is it able to continuously take their skin, which I found that it can. So it must be via a touch, I imagine, that it's able to take on the person that it wants to. It was a serial killer, let's just highlight that. As much as this Skinwalker thought he was like Dean, in that he was alone and people didn't want to be around him and he had this secret to hide, he enjoyed killing because he took things off of people as a memento. And serial killers usually take something from someone, be it a body part or an item of theirs, as a trophy, and that's what it did. You could see it had a shrine to its work. But it wasn't the best at hiding who it was. 1, light affects it. Bright light shows its true form. 2, it's a very cocky, self-assured Skinwalker. And not every character we saw was so self-assured. It didn't really seem to highlight fear in it. We saw anger, but not fear. It's nice, though, that we're seeming to get a bit more of Dean. Sam is still a very closed book. We know he's very smart, very resourceful. He picks up on things that most don't even look at. He's very good at detail. Because if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have got the Skinwalker's identity as quickly as he did. I really liked the character of Becky, because she didn't fall for Dean's charms, because this is what Dean relies on. Dean relies on his good looks to kind of win over the women and obviously sleep with them and then just kind of leave, because he always wants to highlight that he's by himself and that he doesn't need anyone, when in fact what he probably wants is just the regular 9-to-5 life, the children, the wife, the picket fence, but he wasn't born into that life and that's not something he can control. I would give this episode, I'm going to say 6.5. It was a good episode, but I'm sure there's more to come. And also, I just can't get over, I know it's for this time, this is a long time ago, so it will get better, but when they're driving in the car, it is so bad. But it is the first season, so I imagine the budget is not big at all. Because I think this show, probably in the second, third season, really blew up and got big. Usually a lot of shows do. The first season is always small budget, not great effects, and also it's 2005. So you have to think of how much advancement in technology has happened. Thank you for watching, and look out for episode 7 of Supernatural Season 1 coming soon.